the day. From U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis.
Entering settings screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to auto selected.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
This defense for the Vikings, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Fields on third down.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
He's airing it out for Williams. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown.
Jameson Williams,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Titans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Cooper will look to throw it. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Malik McDowell able to get him for a loss of about 3. And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Play action. It's Fields. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. Touchdown, Titans. Jalen Waddle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Room here to run. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big play there out of Cook. Give him 55 yards on the ground. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Cook. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Dalvin Cook so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance or 2 to punch this one in.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Here's Cooper. Over the middle, it's complete. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson
from 6 yards away.
And the Vikings are back within a score. Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT.
And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. They begin with Henry. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A punt of 46, a return of 5.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. First down, here's the run with Cook. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Cooper. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. Open man, completes it to Claypool. Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Chase Claypool, 76 yards. And the Titans go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now Cooper looks to throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Here's Cooper on 1st down. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there, just like last play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cooper. He'll get this complete to Charlie Werner. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. Touchdown! Tyler Johnson, 36 yards. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. It's up. Good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this 1st half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Za'Darius Smith from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
To throw again on second down, Cooper. Complete here to the right to Bolden. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds Bolden.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you
think,
mean by that, Burt?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Now here's a throw that's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
From just shy of midfield, Cooper.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Pretty good first down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Hand it inside, quarterback tucks it and keeps it, quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there, keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10,
Cooper swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Cooper now, off the play fake. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Harold Landry Henry coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Blankenship's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. And let's get the ball back for us.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Derek Nottie makes the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Henry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
54 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Henry up the middle. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. Inside handoff, Henry. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Tim Carey now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A give to Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Kenneth Walker, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Cooper. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Back to throw is Cooper on third down.
That's caught by Werner, the tight end.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
Running for it, here's Cook. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Dalvin Cook turned away on fourth down. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
107 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season.
And the Titans are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further. So how about the season, Charles, that he continues to put together? That's now 25 rushing touchdowns on the year. That's getting into some very rarefied territory.
Yeah, it made you and I do a little extra homework prior to this one in anticipation because that one moves him past John Riggins with 24. He draws even with Emmitt Smith, who had 25 in 1995. Next up, Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander with 27. And the guy on top, LT, LaDainian Tomlinson, the Hall of Famer, he had 28 in 2006.
And now out comes Minnesota.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Back to throw. Cooper. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They'll look to throw here on first down. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Now Cooper going to throw on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
He's got a man, complete. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all.